go.
Start out there and get our marching orders from the judge.
Okay.
See what she wants to do. As I quickly wake up this morning. So, anyway.
What's your mode of transportation down there?
Well, we'll take a cab.
Okay.
Yeah. I was gonna get a car service, but got stuck in the office and forgot to do it last night, so.
So you've been working over the weekend then?
Absolutely. Working over the weekend, through the nights, you know. It's been an exciting piece, you know. And it's a historical piece. So at some point down the road, years from now, you know, at least I'll know I was in the middle of all of this trying to do the right thing. And, you know, that's what history is all about. Willing to make the sacrifice of sleep, of fun, of, you know, to do the serious work. And we're out there fighting for voters. And that's what this fight has been about. It's been about making sure that the rights of people, and you know, not just Sharpton supporters, but all the people of the city, to make sure that they have a board of elections that they can depend on. You know, as Sharpton has said, we need a board of election and not a board of selection. It makes a big difference.
So I'm going to be your shadow and try to stay on the side, behind and around without, you know, getting involved in anything, without talking with you. So if you want to say something, just give me motion. I come over close and like say something. And I'll stay outside the building while y'all go inside.
Oh, okay.
But some folks always give me a hard time when I come in.
I know. Search everything down.
Because I used to work down there.
Oh, yeah?
I worked in the DA's office back in 60.
Oh, really?
59, 60.
Wow.
So I know Judge Lang and Judge Robertson and worked for Hogan.
Oh, yeah?
So all the guys who came out of ADAs became judges.
Judges, right, exactly. All right.
Ready to get?
I'm ready to rock and roll.
Okay.
Going to 62nd Street.
You know, your mind is still going. What is it going to be? How are they going to be? What punch are they going to throw first? There's a price for everything, you know. When your face is out there, you can't have as much fun in life. You know, everywhere you go, somebody is stopping you.
I was wondering about that part.
You have to behave yourself all the time.
So when you go in the building, you go in the front part of the court, or you go
Yeah,
on the side?
we go in the front. Yeah.
Yeah.
There might be cameras and things out there when we get out this cab.
So it's just a matter of waiting for the judge to come in and they'll present argument then.
Right.
Where we are right now, I mean, again, what the court has now ordered is all of that information to be turned over to us so that we can review it, so that we can now attempt to substantiate our allegations. The biggest part of that with regard to the election was the paper ballot vote, because we did not receive 40% of the machines. Now, we have also ordered the internal police memo reports with regard to the vote on the machines. Whether we have to go to that point or not, we have to determine. Initially, determination has to be made on the paper ballots. Right. So that's where we are, and that's what we need you guys to follow through on. So, walk in. Address the immediate issue of the problem in particular areas that voted overwhelmingly for Sharp. Because if, in light of the small difference of the vote, if that we can show that those areas were impacted onto such a degree, then you can legitimately and mathematically raise a question as to the 700.
Does that also, Mr. Hardy?
Michael, how much time will you get to do all this?
Well, the discovery has been ordered to happen expeditiously, and that is, of course, in the best interest of everyone. We will be at the board tonight until 9 o'clock. Our volunteers are either already at the boards or on their way there, and we expect to get this done quickly. We will be back here tomorrow at 4:30 for a full status report before the judge.
If you discovered
Well, that's up to the board. The board has been ordered to produce it in a timely manner, which would allow us to do this by that time.
if you discover a pattern, does that also allow you to go back to the federal court now on
Well, that would
voting
give
rights?
us more evidence to go back to the federal court. But I think at this point, since we're talking about a runoff, the state court has the ability to do that. I think the federal court issue is a much more deeper issue. And therefore, now that if we begin to show that pattern, then there has to be a decision by those involved in that case whether to invest the resources to prove an actual Voting Rights Act, because ultimately here we're really beginning to address major reform on the Board of Elections level. And so all of the evidence that we gather throughout this process, win or lose in terms of the Sharpton runoff, can be used to deal with this ultimate question of the real serious problems in the manner in which the Board of Elections works within this city. Well, we expect to have a minimum of 15 at each borough to try to get.
How quickly could a runoff actually take place if everything went very, as smoothly and quickly as possible as far as you're concerned? How soon could a runoff actually take place in one of the north?
Well, I think the Board of Elections, again, is in a better position to answer that, but I think the Messenger and Sharpton campaigns would demand that the board organize it, notify their workers, and deliver those machines as quickly as possible. No one would have an interest in waiting another week for the board to be able to get the machines out. I mean, they would want that to happen as quickly as is physically possible for that to occur.
If you don't find any
Three, two, one. I'm Dominic Carter in Lower Manhattan. The Sharpton campaign presses forward with its lawsuit. The story is coming up. One more, Captain. 3, 2, 1. I'm Dominic Carter in Lower Manhattan. The Sharpton campaign presses forward with its lawsuit. The story is coming up. So it's out for least the lawsuit continues. There has to be
I didn't get made, but
And that's not even a statistic for them. That becomes an actual percentage. That's,
so is that for like a town?
actually, you need to bring her down less than half of the 700 overall in terms of percentage. So half of that would bring her down. If you did something that basically raised Sharpton, let's say 300-400 votes up total, which brings Messenger's total vote down 300-400 votes. And she's right. That's the difference. Again, the reason why the reason why that would happen again, pursuant to our allegations, the paper ballots that are disregarded are discarded in greater numbers in areas that voted overwhelmingly for Sharpton. If you restore those, right, you're picking up votes for Sharpton, not necessarily for Messenger. That's how you bridge that gap. Again, now, you open those ballots up, if they're all for Messenger, then hey, you got to deal with the facts as they are. But we now have the opportunity to examine it for real and know for real exactly, what the deal is. Absolutely. Yeah.
All right.
All right.
What's the strip now?
I got to go back to the office and, get on the phones and get the stuff working. Need to find a cab. You going with me?
I'll go back up to the gallery now.
Oh, okay.
What's happening tomorrow?
Well, tomorrow
I'll see you
we'll
this
be
evening,
here.
man. You coming through this evening?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll see you this evening.
So,
Thanks a lot, man.
Hey, thank you. Did you come upstairs at all? No. I didn't realize we were up there for a while, weren't we?
Yeah. It was all during that time you was actually